morning, grade 7 students of Pasaling National High School. So, this is Sir Lemel L. Ramirez of the Junior High School Science School Teacher 1. So, welcome to the second quarter of the school year 2020 to 2021. Okay, for the second quarter, we are going to discuss about the Module 1A, parts and function of the microscope. So what are the different parts of the module for the second quarter? So the first part would be the introductory message. So, karga na ito introductory message tayo. So here, welcome to the grade 7 alternative delivery mode module on parts and function of the microscope. So the hand is one of the most symbolized part of the human body. It is often used to depict skills, action, and purpose. Hence, the hand in this learning resource signifies that you, as a learner, is capable and empowered to successfully achieve the relevant competencies and skills at your own pace and time. Your academic success lies in your own hands. So this module was designed to provide you with fun and meaningful opportunities for guided and independent learning at your own pace and time. So what do we need to know about this module? So this module was designed and written with you in mind. Okay, so the module is based on the MELC, or most essential learning competencies. The learning competencies of this module is, after going through this module, you are expected to identify the parts of the microscope and their function. So specifically, DJ masursurutay ka dito yung modules. Ay dito talo nga dapat masursurutay ka dito yung modules. So one is to identify the three main parts of a compound microscope. So the emphasize ko lang, we are going to study a compound microscope to describe the function of each parts of the microscope and draw and label the compound microscope. Next is the what I know. For the what I know or pre-assessment test, tibraan nyo lang choose the letter of the correct answers. Write the chosen letter in your science activity notebook or in your activity or in your answer sheets. Okay? So this is a simple multiple choice question items. Meron tayong 15 item test. Tatlo lang yung nilagay ko dyan. Okay? So next, we have your lesson 1, parts of the compound microscope. Okay, so activity 1 natin is to classify me. Yung direction is, it tells about that agpili ka iti box iti baba, you are going to choose 1 classifications of level of organizations. Okay, for example, sperm, ano ba isuna? Is it an organ, cell, tissue, or organ system? Liver, ano isuna? Organ, cell, tissue, or organ system. Okay, write your answers in your science activity notebook. So before we jump to the next activity, ano ba DJ level of organization? Okay, so the level of organization is here. It starts with the smallest, the atom. Then when atom combines with other atoms, it forms molecule, cell, tissue, organ, body, system, organism, population, community, ecosystem, and the largest one is your biosphere. For the next activity or the activity 2, we will have here the 4 picks 1 word. So yung direction natin, amutay dito yun, 4 picks 1 word. Ang gagawin lang natin is to put the missing letters dun sa boxes natin para mabuo yung word na kailangan. So yung picture, siya yung hint natin. Ano ba yung mga pictures natin? Yung meron tayong mic, tapos cross, tapos police, at saka letter E na malaki. Okay, so the next activity is discussion on what is a microscope. Okay, so what is it? So sabi dyan is, a microscope is a tool which can help you see tiny objects and living organisms. So it comprises of three major parts based on their function: magnifying, illuminating, and mechanical part. So yung magnifying natin, it comprises of other parts. Okay? But before we go to the other parts, ano ba usar magnifying parts? Magnifying parts is used to focus focus the specimen that will appears to be larger. So padaklin na ti makita tayo kadijay specimen. Yun yung gamit ng magnifying parts to magnify the specimen. Okay, ano ba't kargat magnifying parts? Magnifying part, it contains 1. The eyepiece, the objective lens, and the objective lens, we have here the scanner, low power, high power objectives, and the oil immersion. Okay, so in the next part naman is the illuminating parts. The parts of the microscope which supplies light and regulate light towards the focus of specimen. So ano bang light ti masapol ni compound microscope? So we usually use a sunlight as a source of light for the compound microscope. No, I mean, silaw lang susaran dito balay is nakapsot ti ranyag na no kwa. Mang support ka dijay specimen tayo tanong ko makita tayo nga nasaysayaan. Okay, so yung parts natin is we have your diaphragm, the stage condenser, and the mirror. Lastly, we have your mechanical parts. So yung mechanical parts natin, siya yung support dun sa illuminating part at saka magnifying parts. Without the mechanical parts, hindi gagana yung microscope natin. Hindi tatayo yung microscope natin. So we have here the following parts. One is the base, body tube, the coarse adjustment knob, fine adjustment knob, inclination joint, stage, and the stage clip. Okay. So sabi doon, ang microscope ginagawang is a tool na tinutulungan tayo para makita yung maliliit na bagay. Okay? So example niyan is yung mismong sikat na sakit ngayon which is called your coronavirus. Because of the microscope, we can see the appearance of the coronavirus. Okay? So syempre no makita tayo mo no kasanod pa may antayo tano ka masulbar di jay mismo nga sakit. Okay, so not obrahan tayo. But then marigat ya garamit iti solutions for such viruses. Kasi ore matay tayo virus no maapektaran tumod lang di jay mismo nga maagasan. So awan to wala servi di jay agas no kwa. Next is this one. We are going to watch the video here kung ano ba yung compound microscope dun sa school natin. So, nag-prepare ako ng simpleng video clip para sa inyo. We are going to discuss about the parts and function of a microscope. Okay? So, jump tayo dito sa Okay, so I have here a compound microscope. So, ada talo nga major parts na. Number 1 is your magnifying parts. 2 is your illuminating part. 3 is your mechanical part. So, in the magnifying parts, we have subparts. And the subparts will be this one. Ang tawag dito is eyepiece. So, eyepiece, pagkitaan tayo nakuha. Next is your objective lenses. So, in your magnifying parts, meron tayong tatlong objective lenses dito. Okay? So, meron tayong HPO, LPO, oil immersion scanner. Yan. Okay? So, next, yun yung magnifying parts natin. We go to your illuminating part. So, the illuminating parts, meron tayong condenser, iris, diaphragm, mirror. Okay. So, dun muna tayo sa mirror. G-mirror tayo. It is found here at the bottom. Di ba ba? Pinakababahin. So, ni mirror, isunat i-catch iti sunlight na masabot tayo. Okay? So, in the mirror, ada dua nga side na. The curve side. Yan, adot maala na nga sunlight. And the flat side nga basbasit maala na or na-disperse iti sunlight na. Okay? So, this is the mirror. Next, we have your condenser. Ito, wala tayong condenser dito ngayon. Pero, meron tayong tinatawag na iris diaphragm. So, yung iris diaphragm natin, this one. Okay? So, that is una. The iris diaphragm at the basit, dakil nga abot na. Iti, ilyom, nunat ket mo nga size na, ket mo ba bas-basit, sumbrok ti sunlight, or ket mo dakdakkel na sumbrok iti silaw ti sunlight na dokutin ni mirror. So, that is your iris diaphragm or diaphragm itself. We go to your mechanical parts. The mechanical parts would be the base, the body tube, the force adjustment knob, the fine adjustment knob, inclination joint, stage, and the stage grip. So, doon muna tayo sa base. So, sa pinakababa. The base is this one. Okay? So, the base is this one. Ito yung baba na. So, hold niya mismo yung mga other parts doon sa taas para makatayo yung microscope natin. Okay? Next is body tube. The body tube is here. Okay? Yung body tube natin, hold niya yung mismong nose piece at saka yung revolving nose piece natin na hawak yung mga objective lenses. Hindi ka lang ng objective lenses plus your eyepiece. Hindi ka na. Okay? So, siya yung nakahawak sa mismong eyepiece natin at saka objective lenses. This is the body tube. Next is the coarse adjustment knob. So, mayroon tayong dalawang adjustment knobs. Yung adjustment knobs natin, we have here the bigger adjustment and the smaller adjustment. Okay? So, yung bigger adjustment knobs natin, ito siya, ang tinatawag nating force adjustment. So, dakdakkel tiket mga movement na, ito'y body tube tayo. Okay? So, kailangan tayong i-rotate ni course adjustment. Ngayon no kaya kailangan masit lang adjustment na, we use the fine adjustment knobs. Next is your inclination joint. Okay? So, ano yung inclination joint natin? This one is the inclination joint. Ano pa usar ni inclination joint? So, okay, ganito siya. Yan. Okay. So, instead natatayo ako at titignan ko dito sa mismong taas yung eyepiece. Okay? Like that one. Ang gagawin ko na lang is gagamitin ko yung inclination joint. So, hawakan mo sa base. Hawakan mo sa base. Then, hawakan mo sa arm. Ito yung arm mismo. Hawakan. Then, pull mo lang backward. Yan. Okay, so, pwede mo nang gamitin yung eyepiece natin kahit di ka na nakatayo. So, yun. So, that is the inclination joint. Next is your stage. Your stage is this block here. Okay? Yung stage natin, dyan nakalagay yung tinatawag nating slide. Nandito lalagay yung mga specimen na titingnan natin. And, since may slide tayo, gagamitin natin yung tinatawag na stage clip. So, usar nga tayo stage clip. Siyempre, pag-ipit. Clip na. Stage clip. Ayan. So, ang amatnag ni slide on. Okay? So, kahit yan, taas natin or ibaba ang amatnag ni stage slide thanks to the stage clip. Okay? So, babalintay i-review diri dito mga parts na ijay PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so these are the different parts and functions of the microscope. You can see it in the module kung ano yung mga hindi pa nasabi doon sa video kanina. Okay, so the next activity, what am I? Ang gagawin dito sa activity to natin na what am I is, column A are specific parts of the microscope, while column B are its classification. So, ang gagawin natin is to classify kung ano ba yung mga parts of the compound microscope. Ano ba yung tatlong classification natin? One is the magnifying part, two is the illuminating part, and 3 is the mechanical part. So, example dyan is, we have here number 1, objectives. Ano ba ni objectives? Ito tayong discuss ko tayo. It is your magnifying parts. Ganun lang ang gagawin. So, yung 1 natin is objective. Yung classification ng objective is magnifying parts. Next, what for? With me. Okay, so direction is to select your answers from the box below. Write your answers in your science activity notebook. Kung gagawin mo lang is pipili ka lang ng word that fits to the blank spaces na nandyan sa paragraph natin. Okay, so next, what I can do. Activity 5, label me. From the word label me. Ang gagawin mo is to draw and label the parts of the microscope. Okay, so yung drawing natin, mayroon kang makikita ganyan sa module mo, kahit yan na yung kopyahin mo, then you label the different parts of the microscope. Okay? Next is the post assessment. Okay. Yung post assessment natin, multiple choice ulit siya, comprises of 15 items. You just choose the letter of your best answer and then write it in your answer sheet or your science activity notebook. Okay, that is the part 1. And now in the part 2, we have here for numbers 10 to 15. Ang gagawin mo is to identify kung anong part ba yung mismong numbers natin. For example, number 10 o bonus points, number 10. Anong part ba yan? It is your eyepiece. Okay? The additional activity, mix and match. Ang gagawin mo is match the parts of the microscope in column A with its function in column B. Okay, so in your answer sheet, ang gagawin mo lang is example 1. Ano ba yung sagot natin sa 1? Ano yung match ng mirror? Anong gamit ng mirror? Okay? Is it A, B, or C? Okay? So, yung 1 natin, ang gamit is letter C. Reflects light through the object. Okay, that's all for today. Grade 7, thank you for listening and goodbye.